Jeff Kitching, formerly of London, England.
When I left England, in fact, I hadn't even bought my international licence with me. I thought, well, I'm finished with flying, but it'd be nice to tour around the United States and Canada and see all this lovely scenery. I didn't know North America at all well. And so I came over here, you know, thinking that my flying career had ended. And I went to Oshkosh with some friends from North Carolina where we'd been building these skyboats. And I saw one of these. I thought, just the job.
Just the job it is, you know.
In England, when you get to be about 90 years old, you have a sort of tricycle invalid carriage and a 19-year-old nursemaid to push it along the seafront at Bournemouth. Well, there were so many parallels, I thought, this has got to be for me. All I haven't got is the 19-year-old nursemaid. I've got a nice little engine instead. And, you know, it really is my aerial invalid carriage. I've got arthritis in both knees and they're getting better.
This is James Slate from his native state of Oklahoma, near Tulsa. You're in the back seat behind James. Now you see why James considers this like a magic carpet ride. Oh, imagine you have a microphone right there in front. Just push the button and talk to him. Ask him anything you want. He'll answer it.
Are these handled a lot differently from an airplane, or? Well, they're a lot easier. They fly the same as an airplane. They both use wings, but the parachute takes care of a lot of the flying that you would normally have to do with a fixed-wing airplane. It keeps you flying level, like for instance right now, I'm not doing anything. And the plane will continue to fly just like this. And if we want to turn left, then I would just push on this steering tube, and that turns us to the left. Same way with if you want to turn right, you just push on the other. As soon as you release, the plane automatically shifts right back into level flight. And these will fly a lot lower and slower than an airplane, right? Oh, absolutely. They only go about 26 to 30 miles an hour, depending on the weight you put in it. Now, the throttle is what controls our altitude. And I'll just slow the engine down a little bit and we'll quit climbing.
Hey! Oh, I can smell the crawfish and the shrimp already. Isn't that something? Anytime you drive along a highway in the Gulf of Mexico, you're going to get bugs on your windshield. You're liable to see somebody pass you dragging a trailer with something on it that looks like a Florida fan boat. But for sure, you're going to find a bunch of Cajuns.
That was great.
Boy, it's nice up there. If you've never been there, you need to go there. At least on the Memorial Day weekend. Every year, they have the Yakima reunion. Or the six-shooter reunion, some people call it. It was a nice takeoff. Now let's take a look at this landing. Weather looks good. Therefore, the landing should look good, too. Yes. Yeah, if you'll pay attention to the weather, you'll have good takeoffs and landings. You know, when you attend six-shooters flying every Memorial Day, it's called the six-shooter reunion, because all these people that bought these parachutes from six-shooter are bringing them back for a big fly-in. I hope you'll go there if you never have. There's plenty of stories going around, and people are willing to tell them, too, like Terry, who flies with the Eagles.
This is a good reason to fly. You can just see, this is a fairly mature eagle. And they fly circles around me.
But they don't seem to be afraid of you.
Oh, no, they actually come towards me. I don't know if they're curious or what. I think it's just trying to find out what's going on.
Well, you just holler at the eagles and say, come fly with me, and you take off. Right?
And they do. Yeah, we fly formation.
Cameras were rolling. The crowd was gathered. And you might have thought you were looking at covered wagons coming over the horizon. But not so. It was a powered parachute. Well, we were in Texas at the Johnson Space Center for the ballooner liftoff. Even the Michelin Man was there. And so were the powered parachutes. Now, many people in this humongous crowd had never seen them.
What do they call them?
They're called powered parachutes.
Powered parachutes.
This one's made by a company out of Yakima, Washington, a company called Six Shooter.
A six-shooter.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
A left pad.
This is Greg Yarbenet. Greg is the one that's going to take Kathy for a ride in just a little while, but first she has to sit down and get ready to do a weather forecast on a Houston television station. Cameras are rolling.
This is from the Six Shooter Company, and it is a power chute. I'm going to go up in it in just a few moments. We're going to go at about 500 feet, so I'll be able to give you some kind of weather report based on what I see and feel from up there. Listen, what a great day weather-wise we have for it.
Al Saylor, the coordinator of this big event, tried to explain to Kathy what she was in for.
Looks like you're going for a ride.
Oh, I can't wait.
That looks like it's going to be fun. You'll be flying about 30 miles an hour, about 500 to 1,000 feet in this powered parachute, and I think you're going to have a good time.
Okay, now tonight, what time is the big spectacular show?
7 o'clock tonight. Things are really getting underway with a flight later this afternoon, but you might want to come early to get a good seat.
Of course, Kathy already was assured of the best seat in the house. Right behind Greg Yarbenet, school teacher from Pennsylvania. Not only a school teacher from Pennsylvania, but also a chute designer. He designed a chute for former President George Bush. Kathy was having the time of her life. Look at that. Let's go ask her how she thought the ride went.
Awesome. It's the ride of a lifetime. I want to tell you, I don't know what the Wright brothers were thinking, but it had to be something like this, because this was, it was the experience of freedom and control at the same time. It was fabulous.
She just sat back,
I did.
arms out.
And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah. It was great.
For an astronaut to go for a ride.
They've added a lot of new things to astronaut training for space station. We decided we'd add power parachute training as well. I own an airplane, but I've never been in anything like this.
Patricia may someday be riding to the moon. And when she gets on the moon, I wonder if she could ride one of these. No, I guess they wouldn't really need the chute, would they? Well, anyway, it's a thought. But isn't it exciting? Here's an astronaut who's excited about riding in something that only goes 25 to 30 miles an hour. The powered parachutes from Six Shooter were a big hit at the 6th annual Ballooner Liftoff in Houston, Texas.
It was absolutely great. I think to me the best part of it was having absolutely no barrier there. So I'm used to flying in aircraft where you're completely enclosed. So to be out there, just feel the wind in your hair.